Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're unpacking one massive, monumentally important concept that's drawn from just a few perfectly chosen words: the dual horizon of artificial intelligence. Sometimes the absolute biggest shifts in our entire world can be captured in just a single sentence. So let's just jump right in and visually dissect exactly what this means for our collective future.
I want you to consider this premise for a second: the rise of AI, revolution or humanity's greatest threat. This immediately frames our current technological moment, not as some gentle, slow progression, but as an absolute existential crossroads. It really forces us to confront the reality that we are standing right on the precipice of something massive. There is literally no middle ground offered here. We're looking at a binary outcome of just epic proportions.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. The Dual Horizon. Two Impending Futures.
So a dual horizon means there are two simultaneous but entirely opposing impending futures approaching humanity at the exact same time. We aren't just casually walking toward one set destiny, right? We're rapidly accelerating toward a point where reality itself basically splits. It's kind of this massive conceptual paradox. Think about the dual-use nature of foundational models. The exact same technology scaling exponentially right now possesses the inherent capability to swing wildly in either direction. Two massive, gravity-shifting paradigms are rushing toward us, and according to our source, they're occupying the exact same space in our timeline. Moving right along. Section 2. AI is a revolution. The fundamental overthrow.
Now, what's really interesting here is the very specific word the text uses: revolution. It's not talking about a simple software update or, a minor efficiency boost. A revolution implies a fundamental overthrow of the old ways we live and work. In the context of AI, we're talking about the potential obsolescence of traditional knowledge work, exponential leaps in scientific discovery, and just a total restructuring of legacy economic models. It paints a picture of this breathtaking leap forward, where concepts like artificial general intelligence could actually solve problems that have stumped human civilization for centuries.
But, and this is a huge but, the text explicitly links this incredible rise to a stark split between two absolute extremes. On one side, you have the ultimate utopian overthrow. On the other, the ultimate danger. It basically posits that AI is simply too powerful to just be okay. It's either going to be our greatest triumph, or it will fundamentally break the very systems that sustain us.
Which leads us to Section 3. Humanity's greatest threat. The existential risk.
Humanity's greatest threat. Just let that sink in for a second. Think about all the things humanity has faced over the millennia. Natural disasters, global conflicts, pandemics. The source text looks at the entirety of human history, looks at the rise of artificial intelligence, and proposes that this could actually be the apex of all dangers. AI researchers and experts constantly point to issues like structural misalignment or the terrifying potential for autonomous weaponization. Honestly, when systems become capable of outthinking the people who created them, the existential stakes literally cannot be articulated any higher than this.
Let's actually break down why AI represents this specific magnitude of danger. The threat operates on a humanity-wide scale because, software and digital models deploy globally and instantaneously. And it's considered our greatest risk because of recursive self-improvement. That's where an AI continuously writes better and better versions of itself, which could rapidly outpace human control. And finally, it is an active threat because the competitive race to build these massive models is moving at just a breakneck speed, often totally bypassing robust safety guardrails. So this side of the horizon isn't about, minor bugs or localized economic shifts. It is framed as a supreme, absolute peril to our very existence. And this brilliantly illustrates Section 4, the ultimate question, the crossroads of AI.
So this brings us right to where we are today. The source material positions the rise of AI as the exact moment in time where these two drastically different horizons meet. The rise is happening right now, but the path? Well, that's unchosen. Because it's a dual horizon, the sheer act of accelerating toward our greatest potential simultaneously brings us closer to our greatest destruction. They are completely, inherently intertwined. For instance, the exact same machine learning algorithms designed to map proteins and cure diseases, they can be inverted to create novel pathogens. The revolution itself literally contains the mechanics of the threat.
So, what does this all mean? It brings us right back to that stark, unresolved dilemma from our source text: revolution or humanity's greatest threat. The text doesn't actually answer the question for us. It leaves it lingering there, challenging us to look around at our rapidly changing world and ask ourselves, which horizon are we actually accelerating toward? Are we building the engine of our own salvation, or are we architecting our final undoing? I want you to keep this question with you as you follow the industry, as you interact with new technologies, and as you look toward tomorrow. Because guys, the dual horizon is getting closer every single day. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep questioning the horizon.